So many goodbyes today in the Premier League. So many. Jamie Vardy played his last game for Leicester City today. Goodison Park, stadium that's been there forever, seen so many titles. Honestly, I didn't know that. I'll put my hands up. I just found out when the commentator talked about it. Jorginho leaving Arsenal today. Kieran Tierney, somebody that was picked to be Arsenal's captain in the near future, but Mikel Arteta had a different plan, had a different system. Today he played his last home game for us. It's emotional, and there's something that goodbyes do to you. Like, for instance, Jamie Vardy has been there forever. We tried to sign him at Arsenal. He rejected us. He said, nah, this team that signed me from non-league football, non-league players are not even considered professional players. They took a risk. They signed him for 1 point something million, I don't remember, which is nothing. But for a non-league team, that meant the world. Signed him, brought him to the Premier League, and for him to do what he did, brought home an FA Cup, brought them a Premier League, and they are rightly calling him the greatest of all time all over the social media pages. Obviously, they don't mean the greatest player they've ever seen. They mean the greatest player that has ever put on that blue, that's ever represented the Foxes. It was beautiful to see. And they gave him a guard of honor, and not just with the current players. They brought the legends from time past. All the players that won the league with them, obviously not all of them, not Mahrez, not Kante, but they brought in a lot of their old stars. We saw that today, and it was beautiful to see, just applauding the man. It's insane. And if you remember, Jamie Vardy is not like a flashy type of player. He's not like a model looking player. He won't sign all the brand deals because he's not that guy. He's very rough on the field, very aggressive, knows exactly what his strengths are and plays to his strengths always. And he was fortunate enough to have managers who would also, set him up for success. And he was a legend of the Premier League. He would never, ever be forgotten by this league. He's very hated by a lot of fans, but you can't really hate or hating him does not deny his greatness. He tormented me a lot, like I've already said, but he is quality. And it was emotional today to say goodbye. Goodison Park. Again, back to it. I have so many good memories there. Arsenal fans, we do. We've also had some terrible times today. But imagine saying bye to your old stadium. Arsenal did it with Emirates. And today the commentator with Highbury, the commentator actually made me realize that it was the same architect who designed the Highbury that designed Goodison Park. Crazy. And that was an interesting fact that I found out today. But it was an emotional goodbye. We obviously said goodbye to Highbury during our time, and it was beautiful. And I'm sure they will be hoping for better success than we've had since we moved to the Emirates. We definitely expected more and more trophies. As we were promised, they said making the club bigger will bring more money into the club, will help us sign better players. What we saw was sell. Fabregas, Thierry Henry, all the players we've sold, Nasri. Everybody who's been good for us, we've sold to rivals, and they've gone on to win things. I'm sure the Everton fans are hoping for better for the team as they make this move. They're obviously not letting go of the Goodison Park completely. They're not. They are going to have it for the women's team, and hopefully brings them more success. It's just sad. And to my Gunners, we say goodbye to Kieran Tierney today. We know how much of a good servant he's been for us. Jorginho, I would never forget that moment against Aston Villa late in the game. He pulled one out of the bag. Yes, I know it didn't count as his goal, but an Emi Martinez own goal. But if you remember, Emi Martinez was taunting us the whole game. So it's almost sweeter that he scored the own goal for me. And Jorginho made all of that happen. The small man in the midfield who didn't have any strength, who didn't have any pace, who you wouldn't want in your starting lineup. But in my opinion, he served us well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As Arsenal fans, what do you think, Jorginho's rank is as an Arsenal player? He served well, but obviously none of us would have signed him. None of us would have chosen to sign him. I definitely would not have chosen to bring him for any reason, whether it's the backup party, whatever. I would never have brought him to the club, but he served us well. I remember all those moments where he's the coach on the sideline, gearing the players up, getting set, screaming at everybody as if he was our manager. That was enough for me to just, applaud him and respect him. He really wanted to win. Maybe he didn't love the club, but he loved winning. And That's all I can ask for. Unfortunately, we didn't bring so many titles home to send these people off with a win, with a bang. Unfortunately, that would have been nice if Tierney, Jorginho, and the others who might leave. Thomas Partey. People who always say that I look like Thomas Partey in the comment section. Maybe I would leave. I would leave Arsenal this summer. Obviously, I'm not Partey, but the look alike is everywhere in my comment section all the time. So I will feel bad if he leaves. I want us to be able to replace Jorginho. Obviously, they said Zubimendi is coming in, but it will suck if Thomas Partey leaves, in my opinion, unless we're about to spend an incredible amount of money to sign a quality DM that will actually replace him. Jorginho is enough. He can step away and we'll figure it out with signing somebody else. They're also talking about our youngsters coming in to play midfield. We know Miles Lewis-Kelly doesn't want to be a left back for the long run. He wants to obviously be put in the midfield. Who knows how that's going to pan out. Havertz got back today, looking strong, looking like he's been in the gym. My brother has been lifting weights. He wasn't just recovering from injury. It wasn't just sitting down. He was obviously putting in work in the gym. He looks bigger, but that doesn't make him more effective. I still want to see a striker. I do not want to hear that we did not sign a top quality striker come this January transfer. It's a summer transfer window. It will suck, and I'll be calling for people's heads to roll if we don't sign quality up top this summer. And now to beating Newcastle. This is the team that I really wanted to beat. They've dealt with us this season. They've beaten us 3 times this season. 3 times. Way more than enough. And I'm glad we got one on them. And I'm glad that, we made the next game, the last games of the season, a little spicy. Everybody except first and second in that top table has been decided. Everybody else has so many opportunities to make it into the Champions League, make it into the Europa League. Nottingham Forest hoping that come their last game, they'll get a win that will send them to the Champions League, but they require somebody to drop. Newcastle might lose. Chelsea might lose. That's a crunch game. I think they're playing against each other, actually. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Crazy. I think Man City haven't clinched Champions League spot yet. It is going to be very tense come next week. I think Man City plays tomorrow. They might not win that game, honestly. Let me actually behave. They actually don't play tomorrow. They played in the FA Cup and lost yesterday, which is another story. I might make a whole separate video just to talk about the Barry Chiesa and the quality of that young man. Rejected by Arsenal. Rejected by a whole list of clubs. But his head did not drop. Played for Wickham, I think he played for QPR at one point in the Championship, and he's in the Premier League now. Obviously, we don't know if he's going to stay for Palace. Who knows? But he's definitely sorted out there. A lot of teams will want to sign him. I will take him at Arsenal to replace Odegaard. Not to replace Odegaard, to be a backup, but we know he deserves more than that. He's going to want playing time. He's going to want to start, but we definitely need added quality, a player that gives us something different, who can bang a shot. Not like Odegaard can't do that, but he can drop a shoulder, he can go past players, he's strong. I would take him at Arsenal. I would, but I know it's looking like he'll go to another team. I think I heard Manchester United about to sign him. Who knows? He might just stay at Crystal Palace. But I'm very happy for him, even though Man City kind of got robbed. That red card that goalkeeper should have been sent off, and he ended up being the man of the match. Insane story. But Crystal Palace were FA Cup champions. That's it for me on this video. Thank you for rocking with me. Almost time on one more game, maybe one more video. Who knows? Unless something crazy happens again, I'll be on here talking till the end of the season. Thank you for rocking with me. Everybody that's subscribed this season, I truly, truly appreciate y'all. Hopefully next season we're rejoicing because glory will come to the Emirates Stadium and to the Arsenal. Hopefully. I'm tired of being second again. I'm just tired of it. Next season, top spot, Champions League, FA Cup. I want it all. Hopefully, we get something next season. I don't want to be greedy. Let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments. Like this video as well. If you're new here, it'll be an honor to welcome you into this community. Share this video with anybody else who you think might like it. Take care. God bless. Peace.